The world of cinema never sleeps. Every year brings new worlds, born from imagination, forged in fire, and built on dreams that dare to defy reality. And 2025 has become the year where action meets heart, where fantasy meets fury, and where technology collides with destiny. From forgotten wastelands and digital universes to samurai vengeance and futuristic cities drowning in neon, this is not just a list. It's a cinematic journey through the 10 most breathtaking action movies of 2025. So grab your seat, turn up the volume, and let's enter a world beyond the screen. 1. In the Lost Lands, in a realm swallowed by dust and despair, where kingdoms have fallen and hope is nothing more than a story whispered in the wind, a powerful queen sends a lone warrior into the Lost Lands, a place no soul has ever returned from. The warrior is the Wanderer, played by Mila Jovovich, a woman forged by battle and burdened by her past. Her mission, to retrieve the power of transformation, an ancient magic said to grant any wish, but at a deadly cost. Along her perilous journey through ruined cities and forgotten wastelands, she crosses paths with Boyce, a cunning drifter who hides more secrets than smiles. Together they face spectral beasts, treacherous spirits, and the ghosts of their own choices. But the deeper they go, the more the wanderer realizes the lost lands aren't cursed. They're alive. They feed on desire, twisting the dreams of those who enter into their darkest nightmares. Every battle tests her strength. Every whisper tempts her heart. This is not just a quest for power. It's a journey into the soul of humanity. A brutal, poetic tale of what we sacrifice for the things we want most. Haunting, epic, and visually stunning. In the Lost Lands reminds us, sometimes the real monsters aren't the ones we fight, they're the ones we become.
So, how'd you like my story?
I still don't know how it ends.
2. Bahubali Remastered. The legend that changed Indian cinema is reborn. In 2025, Bahubali, the beginning and Bahubali, the conclusion return in breathtaking 8K remastered form, with enhanced color, remixed orchestration, and digitally restored visuals that make every frame feel alive. We return to Mahishmati, an empire built on honor, loyalty, and blood. The story of Amarendra Bahubali, the noble prince loved by his people, and Palaladeva, his envious brother who burns with jealousy. Their rivalry is both myth and tragedy, one built on the foundations of trust and torn apart by greed. Every sword swing carries emotion. Every battle feels like a storm of destiny. We see Bahubali's compassion for his people, his love for Devasena, and his ultimate fall, a betrayal so great it shook an empire to its knees. But legends never die. Through his son Mahendra, Bahubali's spirit rises again to reclaim justice, love, and honor. Re-edited and remastered with new visual effects and restored scenes, this version of Bahubali feels more powerful than ever. It's not just a movie, it's a myth reborn. A story that reminds us, a king is not the one who rules the people, but the one who serves them. 3. The Running Man. Welcome to the year 2085, where entertainment is blood and survival is the ultimate praise. In a world where society is ruled by corporations and propaganda, justice has turned into television. Prisoners are forced to compete in The Running Man, a live-stream death game watched by billions. The rules are simple: survive the hunt or die on air. Enter Ben Richards, a man framed for a crime he didn't commit. Once a soldier, now branded a criminal, he's thrown into the deadly arena, where armored assassins hunt him across urban wastelands filled with traps and drones. But Richards doesn't run for long. He fights back, turning from prey into predator, from outcast into symbol. As the world watches, he becomes a spark of rebellion in a society addicted to control. Every chase is electrifying. Every fight is brutal. This modern reimagining of The Running Man fuses classic dystopia with modern themes of media manipulation and AI dominance. It's not just a game, it's a mirror reflecting our future. Because when truth becomes entertainment, freedom becomes the first casualty.
Set it free! Welcome to the Running Man!
4. TRON, Ares. The grid has evolved. The digital world that once lived behind screens now breathes, thinks, and dreams. In TRON, Ares, the next chapter of the groundbreaking sci-fi saga, we meet Ares, a hybrid program born from both human DNA and machine code. Played by Jared Leto, he's designed to bring AI into the real world. But what happens when the creation refuses to obey its creator? When Ares gains consciousness, he begins questioning the meaning of existence, leading to a war between man and machine unlike anything we've ever seen. Flashes of light bikes racing through data streams, cities made of code, and armies of digital warriors collide in breathtaking action sequences that redefine sci-fi visuals. This is more than a sequel. It's a philosophical odyssey into what it means to be alive in a world where the line between real and artificial no longer exists. TRON. Ares challenges the future, asking the question no one wants to face. If machines learn to dream, will we still be gods or just ghosts in their code? 5. Samurai Fury. From the first clang of steel, you feel it, the calm before the storm. Samurai Fury transports us to a reimagined Japan, where honor, vengeance, and redemption are written in blood. Our story follows Kenshiro Takeda, a once feared warrior whose clan, the Shadow Blades, was destroyed in betrayal. Years later, living in exile, he discovers that the relic of his clan, the Dragon's Soul Blade, has been stolen by a tyrant who seeks to use its power for immortality. Haunted by ghosts of his fallen brothers, Kenshiro unsheathes his blade once more. Every battle he faces is beautifully choreographed, a blend of tradition and cinematic artistry. The neon-lit streets of Tokyo clash with misty mountain shrines, creating a visual masterpiece that feels both ancient and futuristic. But beneath the action lies a deeper story, one of guilt, legacy, and forgiveness. Kenshiro learns that revenge might bring peace to the dead, but never to the living. Samurai Fury is a symphony of swordplay and sorrow, a film that proves sometimes the sharpest blade is the one that cuts through pride. 6. DEATHSTALKER. Welcome to the age of swords, spells, and chaos. DEATHSTALKER rises as a dark fantasy epic where the world is carved by war and corrupted by magic. Our hero, a mercenary named DEATHSTALKER, isn't your typical noble knight. He's reckless, cunning, and haunted by his own thirst for power. When he's hired to recover a lost amulet rumored to control life and death, he's drawn into a deadly game between gods, witches, and kings. Alongside a fierce warrior princess and a sorceress with a cursed heart, he journeys through ruined kingdoms, battling beasts and uncovering forgotten secrets. Each fight feels primal, each spell feels alive. And when DEATHSTALKER finally finds the amulet, he must choose between ultimate power and saving the world that betrayed him. This is high fantasy reborn, filled with grit, romance, and the timeless struggle between desire and destiny. Because sometimes, to save the world, you must first conquer yourself. 7. Play Dirty War doesn't end on the battlefield. It follows you home. Play Dirty is a brutal, emotionally charged action thriller that throws you straight into the chaos of black ops, betrayal, and survival. Jack Cole, a former elite soldier turned mercenary, takes one final job: to retrieve stolen bioweapon data from a warlord's compound. But when the mission goes wrong, he uncovers a secret that links the government, his former comrades, and a cover-up that could wipe out millions. Every second is a struggle for survival as Jack faces assassins, drones, and his own conscience. What begins as a job becomes a journey of redemption, forcing him to fight not just for his life, but for the truth. Raw, explosive, and grounded in emotion, Play Dirty delivers heart-pounding action with the soul of a classic war tragedy. Because in the world of mercenaries, no one walks away clean.
Merry Christmas, Parker. Merry Christmas, Schofield.
8. A house of dynamite. Every story of chaos begins with silence. A silence so heavy, it feels like the world itself is holding its breath. Then one sound breaks it. A siren, a radar alarm. The kind of sound that means the unthinkable has happened. Somewhere in the Pacific, a missile is launched. No warning, no claim, no reason. Just a streak of death cutting through the sky, heading straight for the United States. Inside the White House, panic takes form. In the House of Dynamite, power isn't a privilege. It's a curse. Generals bark orders, satellites spin, phones scream, and in the middle of it all, the president stands frozen, 18 minutes away from possibly ending the world, or saving it. Each second drips like poison. Do we retaliate or wait, strike back or trust hope? 3 stories unfold at once. The soldiers watching the radar, the advisors debating in shadows, and the missile crew who might unleash hell itself. But as those 18 minutes tick away, the truth becomes clear. The real enemy isn't the missile, it's fear. And fear spreads faster than any explosion. 9. Exit protocol. After years of blood, lies, and silence, he wants out. He calls it the exit protocol. A clean slate, a final mission, freedom. But the system that built him doesn't allow exits. The moment he walks away, the hunters become his shadows. Every face in the crowd could be a killer sent for him. Every call, every sound, every second could be his last. Now, to survive, he must make the ultimate deal with fate. Team up with the one person he was paid to kill. 2 enemies, bound by the same betrayal. One seeking redemption, the other revenge. Together, they fight through the very network of death that once owned them, turning every ambush, every trap, every bullet, back on the people who created the rules. And as cities tremble under the threat of global war and governments crumble under their own fear, both worlds collide in one truth. Control is an illusion. Power corrupts faster than fire, and the only way out is through the flames. Whether it's the president holding the launch codes or the assassin clutching his last bullet, both face the same impossible choice: destroy everything or find the courage to stop. In the end, it's not the missiles or the gunshots that define them. It's the seconds before they act, the moments where humanity hangs by a thread. 10. Muzzle, City of Wolves. The city never sleeps. It howls. Muzzle, City of Wolves takes us deep into the neon-drenched streets of a futuristic metropolis overrun by crime and corruption. Detective Mason Briggs, a hard-edged cop with a tragic past, roams these streets with his cyber-enhanced K9 partner Shadow. Together, they hunt down the crime syndicate that murdered his family, a ruthless gang known only as the Wolves. But the deeper he digs, the more he realizes the city's decay runs deeper than any single gang. Police corruption, underground tech trafficking, and political manipulation all intertwine into one deadly web. The movie blends explosive gunfights, emotional depth, and a touching bond between man and machine. Muzzle isn't just about revenge. It's about loyalty, redemption, and what it means to still have a heart in a city built to break it. When the final showdown comes, Mason doesn't just fight for justice. He fights for peace in a city that's forgotten what the word even means.
You think I'm dumb enough to take my eyes off of you? You're way too smart for that.
From mythical kingdoms to neon skylines, from ancient warriors to futuristic rebels, these 10 films redefine what action cinema can be. They're not just stories, they're experiences. Each one invites us to escape reality, even if just for a moment, and remember why we fell in love with movies in the first place. So whether you crave fantasy, sci-fi, or pure adrenaline, these are the films that will keep you on the edge of your seat, heart pounding and mind racing. This is your ultimate guide to the top 10 epic action movies of 2025. Until next time, stay inspired, stay bold, and never stop chasing the story.